Okay, hi everyone, good evening. Welcome back to your class. How are you all? Everyone doing good? Superb, superb. Are you all ready with your painting? Could you all finish the outlining? Yes? Great, great. Very nice, very nice. I can see it's looking beautiful. Good work. If you do it patiently, it will come out really well. All right, so you all have done the outlining very nicely. I can see it's looking very pretty. Okay. Now today we will move on to the finishing part of the painting. Okay. So there has to be a lot of finishing touches. Okay. Everywhere. So make sure that again you do it very patiently. Okay. And you're not in a rush. Okay. So do it well. And we will need all your paints. Okay, mostly all the colors that we have used till now, we will be using all of them again. I want you to have your flat, thick brush, flat, thin brush, and your thin, round brush, all your brushes. If you have some old brush, you can even keep that with you. Okay, because again, we will be doing the tapping technique today. Remember, we had done the tapping on the face of Ganpati, right? So we will be using that again today to do the finishing on a lot of parts, other parts of our painting. Okay, so is everybody in? And are you all ready to paint? Great, great. All right, so now I'll be moving my screen to my workstation where you can see the painting. Okay. Are you all able to see? Great. So now we have painted till here, right? This is the painting that we are doing, and we have completed the outlining part and the color filling part for the entire painting. Okay, now what else do we have to do here? It doesn't look complete yet, right? Yes, see the lower portion. It is quite very light. We have to give the finishing touch here. Then all these portions are also so light. Correct? We have to give the effects here on the feet. Okay? So there are a lot of things that are left. So we will go one thing at a time and we will start finishing every part one by one. Okay? So I want you to have this painting with you and all your paints. Keep all your paints with you, all your acrylic paints. A bowl of water. Okay, a bowl of water and your paint brushes. Keep an old brush also which has got rough hair because we will need that for tapping. Okay, so keep all your brushes and paints ready. Okay, I hope everybody is ready. Okay, now see, we have to make it like this. Okay, so now as you all can see that we have to make our painting like this. Okay, so slowly we are coming till here. Okay, so now we will go one thing at a time. So let us begin with the legs today. Okay, so can you see all these effects on the legs? Okay, so we will start with that. So now for this, I want you to take your green color. Do you remember this sap green color that we had used in our first session when we started painting? And we had used this color here on the hand. Yeah, if you don't have this color or this shade of green, then you can take whatever shade of green that you have And you can add a little brown to it to help you get this shade of green. Okay, a little brown and a little yellow also you can add. Okay, so now everybody please take that shade. Okay, and I want you to take a old brush which has got rough hair like this. The brush that you must have used for doing the tapping here on the face. That same brush I want you to have. Okay, and keep your rough cloth also with you. Okay, it is important. Are you all ready with your paints? Okay, now we are going to take this color in our brush. Okay, on the tip. Only on the tip I have taken. Okay, can you see? Only on the tip. Okay, now I will just wipe off the extra paint here on my rough cloth. Now we are going to begin with this yellow portion. Okay, now if you can see this broad area of the yellow portion, we will be beginning from there. All right, and we will just go tap, tap, tap like this. How do you tap? Put your brush perpendicularly down, straight down. Okay, no slanting. Don't have to hold your brush like this. Hold it straight. And how do you tap? Touch your paper, come up. Touch your paper, come up. Like that, you have to do fast. Up, down, like that. Okay, and all your tappings should be very close to each other. So it will give you an effect like this. Okay, so we will come halfway through our yellow portion. We will be doing the tapping on half portion of yellow. All right. Now after this, we will move on to the next leg. And again, we will start tapping from this broad portion. Okay, so choose this lower portion of the leg and we will start tapping from here like this. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap. Don't take a lot of water in your paint when you're tapping. Okay, because then all your paint will merge with each other and you won't get that tapping effect. When you tap, you get a lot of dot dot type look. So if you have a lot of water in your paint, that dot look will go away. Okay, it has to be a very rough kind of look. That is why we are tapping it. Okay, now after you are done with your tapping on the yellow portion, we will now come to this blue portion. And now we will be doing this tapping on both the sides, upper side and the lower side. So just do tapping like this on the upper side of both the legs. Okay, so this way you have to do tapping on the upper side of this leg and we will also be doing it on the lower side. I'll just wait for you all to finish tapping on the upper side. I hope everybody is able to do the tapping. Great, very nice. You can try it on a rough paper in case you feel you're not confident of directly doing it on the painting. You can first try it on a rough sheet and then do it on the main sheet. But it is pretty easy. Yeah, you just have to tap it up and down like this. Yeah, when you are in school and you are sitting with your pencil, do you just tap your pencil like this on your desk? Up and down, up and down. That is how you have to keep on tapping your brush also to get this effect. Okay, just think you have a pencil in your hand and you're tapping it like this. Okay, are you done with the tapping on the upper side? Great. Now let us move down and do the same tapping here also. Okay, don't fill the entire blue portion. We want the blue color to be seen in the middle. Okay, so we will leave the middle area blank. No tapping here. Okay, we are leaving the middle area blank. We are not going to tap on the whole blue portion here. So just do tapping. Make sure that your tapped color doesn't go outside your outline. Okay, so this way we have done tapping on the lower side as well. All right. So now after you have done tapping with green, we will now take black. Okay, now black is a very strong color. So please be very, very careful when you are using black. Okay, so now I'm going to take black in the same brush, the same rough brush. Okay, so this way I'm going to just take the paint. Okay, is everybody ready? Look here. Now we are going to give black effect on the sides of the green color that we have done here. Okay, we just tapped with green, right? So now over the green, we will be giving this black effect. So see, only on the sides I'm going to do black. I will not cover the entire green portion. Okay, only on the sides I'm doing this black. And it will nicely merge with the green because green is also wet. Okay, see, so you can see three colors now, black, green and yellow. Correct? That is how you have to do the tapping only on the sides. So let us come to the other leg and do the tapping here on the sides. Like this. All right. Now, whenever we paint, one side of our painting is always dark and the other side is light. That is how we give the shading effect. Correct? So now since we are doing black here, why are we doing black here? Because the lower portion is darker, always dark. Whenever we are sitting, the side where our legs are, that portion is dark. Correct? Because the light doesn't reach till our legs as it reaches our head. Okay? So that is why we have to give a dark color on the bottom. So let us again take black in our brush and start tapping on the foot as well over the green color that you have done. We will just do tapping like this on one side. So again we can see black, green, blue and green. Okay, all the 4 shades are nicely visible. So don't overdo your black here so that your green also gets covered. Don't do it like that. All the 4 colors should be nicely visible. See, I'm again doing it on the other leg if you wish to see. Just tap, tap, tap on one side of your leg, on the lower side. Okay, so this way we are tapping so that the lower portion is looking dark. Okay, now you can just close your black paint for a while. I'm going to show you what kind of strokes we have to do here on the dhoti. Okay, so I'm going to show you on a rough sheet. If you wish to do on a rough sheet first, you can do. Otherwise, you can just look for now. Okay. So now just look here. We have to give this effect on the dhoti. Okay, this rough black lines on the dhoti. Okay. So now, has everybody seen? We have to give these rough black lines here. Okay. Now, our dhoti is in this round oval shape. Okay. So our strokes will also be in curves. Now you have to take black paint. We don't want to spoil the blue color that we have done on the dhoti. So see, I'm taking my black paint. Now I will wipe off the extra paint on my rough cloth. Okay, so I'm just tapping my brush a few times on the rough cloth so that all the extra paint comes off. Okay, now I will taking this rough brush only and I will be giving strokes like this with a very light hand. One stroke this way, other stroke like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, so that is how you have to give strokes on the dhoti. One like this, one like this. Okay, is it clear? Yeah, we will be giving this with black and also with dark blue. Okay, I hope it is clear. Anybody wants me to repeat? Okay, I'll show one more time. So see, for the other side, since that leg is in this shape, we will just move our rough brush like this and like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, so we are just moving our brush with a very light hand over the dhoti. Can you see how lightly I'm moving? It's not giving a pure black color. Yeah, only some strokes like this. So that is how you have to paint on the dhoti. Okay, so now let us bring back our painting. And we will be doing the same thing now on the dhoti. So now I am taking my black paint. I will just tap 2-3 times on my rough cloth so that it removes the extra black. And now my dhoti shape is like this. So my strokes will also be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Not necessarily you have to give 6 strokes. You can give as many you want. Okay. So this way we have to just give curved strokes on the dhoti to show the folds of dhoti. Okay, now let us move on to the next one. Okay, you are still doing. I'll wait then. Make sure your brush doesn't have a lot of paint. Okay, if it has a lot of paint, then it will just spoil your painting. That is why I'm asking you to wipe it off on your rough cloth before you start giving the strokes. Okay. Okay, so should we move on to the next leg? All right. So now again I've taken paint. I will just wipe it off the extra paint by tapping 2-3 times on my rough cloth. And now I'll be giving the strokes in the shape of the dhoti. Okay? With a very light hand. Don't put a lot of pressure on your brush. You have to do it very lightly. Otherwise, you will get very bold lines of black, which we don't want. Okay, we want the lines to be light like this. Okay, so after you are done with black, you have to do the same thing with dark blue as well, but the number of strokes will be lesser. Okay, so I'm now taking dark blue. Yeah, you have to wash your brush. Wipe it nicely on your cloth, rough cloth. Now take dark blue. Again, wipe off the extra paint by tapping 2-3 times on your rough cloth. Is everybody with me? Looking here? Now I will just give some blue strokes between the black ones. Okay? Just a few blue strokes in between the black ones. Like this. Okay, it will be hardly seen, but it is still important because it is giving 2 shades of blue to us. Again, the same thing on the other leg also. Again, yes, with a very light hand you have to do. Just a few strokes here and there. Okay, and after this, just wash your brush nicely and wipe it clean with your rough cloth. Okay, I'll just wait for a minute for everybody to finish. Okay, is everybody done? Great. Now we will come to the tummy portion. Okay, to give the finishing touches here. Now, as you can see, this purple has become so light in color, right? So we have to darken up this purple. So we will take again our purple shade and our rough brush. Okay, the same rough brush with which we have given these lines and done the tapping. I'm taking that same brush. Now I'm taking purple color in this. Okay, now we want a dark purple shade, so that is why I am not wiping it on the rough cloth. Okay, because I want it to be dark. Now I will be doing tapping here on the purple portion like this. So you can see it is now getting darker in color. Okay, keep loading your brush with paint every time you feel that there is less paint, because now since this is the second coat, we have to make sure that our paints are thick. Okay, so that it again doesn't get light in color. So just keep on tapping like this till you reach orange. And we will be tapping over orange as well, just to make sure that the two colors merge nicely. Like this. Just a few strokes on orange and we will leave it like that. Okay, don't overdo on orange. We are just going to leave it like this. Okay. So we have made this portion dark in color by doing a second coat and tapping. Okay. No straight strokes here. Now the same color we will now be doing on this portion of the trunk. Okay. On this purple portion, again we will be taking same paint in the same brush. Okay, and now we will start tapping from this corner to make it dark. Okay, if you feel it is too thin, just take your thin brush to spread the paint on the thin corner. Like this. And once you reach the inner portion, then you can start tapping again with your thick brush. Okay, see, I'm tapping with thick paint, and that is why you can see the difference. Okay, you have to reach the entire portion where you have done purple. Like this. Don't go over white because we don't want to spoil the white look. We will just leave it here as we reach white. All right. So we have done the finishing on the purple portion as well. Wash your brush nicely. And wipe it with your rough cloth. Now, if you have a dark shade of yellow, like I have two shades of yellow, one is light and the other is dark. Okay, so now I'm going to take this dark shade. Okay, and I'm going to take it in my new brush, not the rough one. Okay, I'm taking it in the new brush, which does not have rough hair. Okay, now I'm taking the paint on this brush and I will just give a stroke on this yellow portion. Just one stroke of yellow. Like this. Okay, and to merge it, here I will just do a little tapping to merge the two shades of yellow. Okay. If you want, you can also take your light yellow and do your tapping again on the same light yellow portion. So that we can merge the two colors nicely. Once you are done, just wipe your brush and tap with an empty brush over orange. Okay, now you can wash your brush. Keep on changing your water if your water becomes dark, since we have used black. Okay, don't use the same water, otherwise your shades will not be proper. Okay, so we have done the finishing on the legs and on the tummy portion. Okay, now let us come to the hand portion and we will be taking some black color. Okay, again on my rough brush. Okay, I'm going to take black on my rough brush. Tap it on the rough cloth 3-4 times. And now on the hand, we will be giving this tapping look on this lower portion and a little on the upper side. So let us begin tapping from the lower side. See, it will give you this kind of effect. Okay. So just keep on tapping. this way. Okay, only we are doing it for some portion, not on the entire hand. And now from top also, we will do tapping on some of the areas. Like this. Okay, now we'll just wash our brush after this. Have you all done till here? Still doing, okay. Okay, so is everybody done? Now let us finish the background portion here. Okay, so now I'm going to take red color. Okay, we will take red color and we will take a rough brush. If you have a thick brush like this, an old thick brush, then you can take this. Otherwise, you can do with the same thin rough brush also, with which we have done the rest of the tapping. Okay, you can use any brush. Okay, so now you will be taking red color. Now we will not be wiping it on the rough cloth because we want dark red color. So now I'm going to start tapping here. Okay, now everywhere you have to do this. Now you can put a rough paper beneath your painting so that you don't spoil your surface. Okay, and like this, we will be doing tapping with red color everywhere on the background, on the lower side only. Okay, we are just making our background uniform and dark. Yeah, there were patches here before. Now we are just covering up all the patches. So I'm directly taking the paint from my bottle. I'm not wiping it on my rough cloth because I want very nice and rich red color. Okay. I'm sure everybody is now comfortable with tapping. We have done it so many times. Okay, slowly like this. Even if you use your smaller brush, you can fill the whole portion nicely. I'm also doing it with my small brush. Wherever you feel that the portion is small and you can't take your brush there, then use a thinner brush to fill with color there. Okay, so see, I have made the entire red thing darker. Okay, now I'm going to fill this portion between the two legs. Since here also it is red, I'm taking a thin brush now because this area is really small. Yeah, you can do tapping also and you can just fill normally. Okay. Now we will also be giving some red color here because we want to show that the red and orange are merging. Okay. So now I am going to do red portion above the legs also because I want to show that the red and orange shades in the background are merging nicely with each other. I'm just giving an outline here near the legs so that I don't spoil that portion when I'm tapping. Okay, now here also I will do the same. All right, and once you have given the outline, just do some tapping with red. On the orange portion. Okay, this side also we will do some tapping. All right. Now continuing with the same process, we will just change our color and now we will move on to orange. Okay, don't wash your brush. Just take orange color in your brush, same brush, and start tapping from the portion where you just left red. Okay, we want to mix red and orange, and that is why we will just start from the area where we left red. Just give an outline first so that you don't spoil. And now be free to just tap everywhere. This is going to darken your shades. Tap, tap, tap in the entire background with orange now. Yes, we have changed the color to orange. Okay, because we want to give that shaded look in the background. So now I have taken orange. First, just give an outline wherever you don't want your tapping to go. All right. I'm just rotating my paper so it is easy for me to tap. Okay, be careful now when we are doing it inside the curves of this Om. It is okay if you don't do inside this spiral because here we'll be giving brown color later. So just do it largely on the other parts of your background. Okay, so this way we have given the final shade to our background with our second coat of paint by doing tapping. If you see these type of bubbles on your paper or some thick paint at places, it is perfectly fine. We want that texture. So don't try to remove it by spreading your paint. Okay, we want this type of rough texture and that is why we have done tapping. Okay, so if you see some type of thick paint at some of the places on your painting, don't try to flatten that. Okay, leave it just like that. Now there is this portion inside which has to be a mix of red and orange. Okay, it has to be just a darker shade of orange. So I'm going to mix a little red to my orange. Okay, so this becomes a dark orange color. And I will simply be filling inside with this dark orange color here. All right. Has everybody finished till here? Okay, now we are going to do just one last thing for today's session. Okay, we will be drawing the swastik sign here on the hand, for which we want a light yellow color. And I'm going to take a very, very thin brush. Okay, a very thin brush. If you all can see, I am taking a 0 number brush. A 0 or 00 number will be just fine. Okay, so you have to take paint in your thin brush and you will be making a straight line first. Okay, make a straight line in the middle of the hand. Make a straight line. Now make a horizontal line in the center to make a plus sign. How many of you know how to make a swastik? Yeah, do you all know? Very good, very good. That's nice. And now from the top portion, we will bring out a line like this and take it a little up slanting. Bring it down here. Take it this side. Now take it up. Your paint has to be very, very thick. Okay, directly from the bottle. No mixing water here. Only then you will get a very nice yellow color. Otherwise, your yellow will start fading and it will not be visible on the dark green. Okay, so just make sure that your yellow is very, very dark and thick. Not dark, it should be thick. Okay, so we have finished the finishing part till here, till the hand. Now the finishing part that remains is on the arm, okay, and on this trunk. Okay, we have to give the finishing on the eyes, the tooth, the trunk, and on the arm portion. Okay, so this thing we will be taking up in the next session, which will be our final session. Okay, so I hope everybody will be ready with their paintings till what we have done today. Okay, you have to finish off with the background tapping and the hand and all of this that we have done today. I hope most of you are doing it with me. Okay, in case you are still doing it, just continue doing and finish it off. Okay, so that we can do the final finishing work in the next session together. Okay, all right. So you can put up your paintings on the screen so I can have a look at what you've done today. Wow, pretty, so nice. Your background colors are looking very, very exciting and very colorful, bright. Did you see the difference of doing a second coat? Yeah, it did make a difference, right? It made your color so dark, correct? And the tapping and the thick paint that you use in there, it gives a very good effect on your background, right? It's looking very pretty, everybody. You all are doing a great job. All of you are making such a beautiful painting. So now in the next session, we will just be doing the final finishing touches. Okay, and we will finish off with the painting. Okay, so till then, I want everybody to finish off their work till here, till what we've done today, so that we can start again together in the next session. All right. Okay, then see you all in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.